Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Where tonight on Top Split TV, we're coming to you from Belle for round 11 of season 34 of Sunday Night Lights. I'm Alex McKellar, and joining me as always is the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, back in action for the penultimate round of season 34 here from Belle, mate.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. Round number 11. And this is where everyone is going to start putting their cards on the table as far as the end of season is concerned. It's a tight battle at the top at the moment, but still there's some drivers in here who don't have all weeks counted. And Belle Isle, I think, is an excellent place for the penultimate race of the season because as we saw in the warm-up race, stuff can hit the fan very quickly and it can involve a whole lot of people.
Yeah, that's it. Not only do you have to be very committed to be fast around here, you've also got to be wary that if anything happens in and around you, things can get pretty messy pretty quickly. But excuse me, we've got a not quite a full field here tonight, but I think we're sitting on 21 drivers out there tonight. So let's see about who's around. Not everyone on the grid yet, so we'll start with Mr. Tim Hendrickson, who's car number 3 out there tonight for Team Torpedo. Steph Herman. Haven't seen Steph run too much this week, although may not have been looking at the right times. Steph, of course, super fast. Always up the front contending. Great to see him back. Neil Gardner, Captain 499, currently leading the series. But as you say, drop rounds probably not in his favour at the moment for generally stupid and slow racing. Jumping back up to the top of the seedings, Adam Miles, current champion or carryover champion from UK&I, joins us once again. Fraser Smith, haven't seen Fraser in a long time since, mainly since the Formula Ford foray. Great to see him back out there again. Vasco Sorowski becoming the warm-up king, doing very well in the warm-up races recently. Car number 7 here, the head clown for Team Clowns. Hopefully that form can carry over for him into the big one. On debut, I believe, we have Alexander Wesley Hazelworth from the US of A, from the Virginias. So another one who is up at stupid o'clock over there in the US. Those who do join us often find that, I would imagine. Samson Palatman from Central Eastern Europe. It's car number 9. Car number 10, the other clown in the field, in the clown car for Team Clowns, is Mark Lay. Car number 11, then, if I can find it, is Yerne Zorek, who was only the briefest of visitors in the 5K club. Ducked back under it pretty quickly, but hopefully it won't take him 15 years to get back there, Corey.
Oh, I don't know. He's dropped back to a 4.6, so we'll have to lead the jury out on that one. Car number 12, Chris Wayne from the UK&I. And right behind him, lucky car 13 from Iberia is Juan Ramon Belo Garcia. Great to have Mr. Garcia out there. The sleepy cat himself, Mr. Peter Vandernoord, car number 14 from Bellino. We've got Philip Hambley from Oz NZ out there. He's going to be car number 15, and Nathan Verney for the Locked On lads, car number 16. Great to see Nathan out there having a crack. We've got David Whitehouse from the UK&I as car number 17, with Brendan McDonough from Oz NZ, and I think we've had him a couple of times come out and have a run with us. Car number 19, who's not on track, is Jason Willman from Oz NZ. He's actually foregone his qualifying efforts. Tom Payne, car number 20 from the UK&I. And wrapping up this pretty much 4,100 strength of field is going to be Jorgen Riptrup from Scandinavia, Alex.
Yeah, another one choosing not to trouble the timers in the quali by the looks. Hendrickson, not surprisingly for some, for most who follow the series, running up near the top there. Steph Herman just splits. Fraser Smith has dropped it provisionally in the second spot on the grid with one flying lap to go in the mid to low 43s is Hendrickson. Doesn't look like there'll be many that trouble him. Identical times down to the hundreds. You got Smith and Herman. I assume it goes down to the thousands. Yeah, there you go. 9 1,000ths difference there for Smith and Herman. Leading ANZ qualifier at this point in time is Captain 499 as Adam Miles, Corey. Drops it on the provisional pole with a 43.2 flying around there as Devantia slots into the second row after his first flying lap.
Yeah, 43.2 on your first lap is nothing to sneeze at, considering my best lap around here is probably in the low 44 range. So these guys are absolutely full commitment. So I'm watching Neil Garner. He's coming through the tight section at the end of the back straight. Few cars in front of him that are going to finish their laps before him, no. But as you said, this is absolutely a full commitment track, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. That's how you get the quick times. Of course, Hendrickson drops his second lap down there with a 43 flat. Trying to see who's the next contender that's likely to have a run. Herman and Smith are pretty much neck and neck for that. Herman will cross just before. Hazelworth drops a good time in there for P7 before the second laps really come through. Herman now about to cross the line. What's he got for us? Oh, he's still behind Smith. Smith's dropped it up to P4. Sorowski's finally set a time. It's taken him 3 out of 4 quality laps in 2 races, but he's dropped one there. He's starting on the 4th row by the looks there, Corey, if all things remain equal.
Yeah, that's right. And that not qualifying in the warm-up race definitely served to help him with the chaos in front, as Mark Lay has just finished his second lap. He's moved up into P7. David Whitehouse has moved into 16th, and Hambley just jumped himself up into P10 there, Alex.
Yeah, great job from Hambley. Zorek, I think he'll be one to watch here. Miles has just set his second lap, but only able to... Oh, has he? No, he's on his second lap now, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have a look in a sec, because Zorek's coming to finish his lap. I think, yeah, Miles has bailed, or he's done his 2 laps and bailed. Zorek jumps up to P9. Palatman now coming up to finish his laps. The last one down the back will be Whitehouse, who will hop on board with now. Palatman, sorry, just missed his lap there. He's dropped it onto this front row there. Whitehouse is... It's only still half a lap to go. Oh, he might have enough time to get a row there on debut there, Corey. Young David Whitehouse. Hopefully he makes it and see where he lands.
Yeah, well, he was just asking everyone in this race whether it was an accident that there's a whole bunch of fast guys in here or not. But the next one across the line is going to be Nathan Verney. He's already done his 2 laps, though, so he doesn't matter. But, yeah, Mr. Whitehouse is just coming out of the really tight 7 to 11 section. He heads towards turns 12 and 13. Just a quick blip down into 3rd. Make sure you try and keep it off the fence. Hold it flat for turn 13, and then it's flat all the way down to the line from here. And what is he going to do for a lap time as he rounds the final corner? Oh, he just didn't make it. I think he kind of started blinking out there.
No. Oh, that's end of quality anyway. That's unlucky. I wondered if he was going to make it. Anyway, let's see. Sunday Night Lights, of course, here on Top Split TV. We've got round 11 from Belle here for season 34. Team Torpedo, as Tim Hendrickson has dropped it on pole once again with a 143 dead. Samson Palatman for Central Eastern Europe joins him on the front row starting second. Starting third tonight, returning champion, carryover champion Adam Miles from UK&I. Alongside him will be his compatriot Fraser Smith, who's starting out of 4th. Starting out of 5th tonight, Steph Herman. Alongside him on the 3rd row for Cowboy Racing, Sam Devantia, the cowboy himself. 2 clowns on the 4th row there. Mark Lay and Vasco Sorowski find themselves side by side. That intra-team rivalry set to flare up. Starting from 9th tonight for Right Foot Breakers, Yone Zorek. Alexander Hazelworth from the juniors starting out of 10th. 11th off the grid will be Philip Hambley. Neil Garner for Captain 499 for Generally Stupid and Slow starts out of 12th. Just inside the points if he hangs on to that. 13th off the grid, Juan Ramon Belo Garcia from Iberia. Alongside him for Gone Skipping Racing, Chris Wayne out of 14th. Starting 15th off the grid is Brendan McDonough for ANZ. 16th, the sleepy cat himself, Peter Vandenord. Starting 17th, David Whitehouse from UK&I. Locked on Lads Racing Zone, Nathan Verney out of 18th. 19th off the grid will be Jason Willman. Tom Payne from UK&I out of 20th. And starting at the rear of the field for MSB Racing will be Jorgen Rigtrup Corey. That's how they start. Who's your money on early?
Oh, early money. I reckon Adam on this one, honestly. I know he's hungry for another win as everyone has hit the grid now. Red lights mean rev. And waiting. Green lights mean go. Fred the flag marshal waves his green flag over the field. We are underway for race number 11 in season 34, Sunday Night Lights, and already funneling their way through turns 1 and 2. Tim Hendrickson stepping out to a 0.3 of a second lead here, coming down the first big straightaway, Alex.
Yeah, right. He's done all right there. Here and Palatman coming together in the warm-up race. Plenty of action behind there. Drivers 2 by 2 in some places almost. Oh, someone's gone. Is that Palatman's gone? Just trying to find him there.
Adam with him.
Oh no, there's a slew of cars there. I'm going to let's go and see if we can grab an angle of what happened there. Let's just find it here. See what happened here. They've come into turn 3, gone through side by side. That looks okay. Oh, there's contact there for Palatman and Miles on the exit there. Rear wheel to front wheel, and then they've sort of got caught up, and Smith seems to be getting around and then gets T-boned on his return to SNL. Oh, it's all happening. And then Blackman's in the middle of the field. Oh wow, this is what we were saying. When stuff happens, it happens in big numbers as the rest of the field then manages to navigate safely. Well, that's really done things to the front of this one. I think Hendrickson's off to the races, and can I tell you on points, Corey, that might see him take out his second title.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very possible as he has a 2.5 second lead right now over Sam Devantia. Vasco up there into third. He's had another Christmas gift where the seas have parted and he's found himself onto the podium. Then behind Vasco is about another 2 seconds back to Mark Lay and what seems to be a very big pocket of skippies there. Alex.
Yeah, that's it. Someone just hit the wall very hard through turn
Whitehouse.
2. Yeah, I think it was it Hazelworth? I thought maybe.
That was Whitehouse I got.
Yeah, right. There's plenty of nudging of walls going on, but there was a real hard hit. Yeah, I think it was Hazelworth through turn 2, mate.
Yeah, Whitehouse was turn 1.
Yeah, but and that's cost him a few spots as maybe his car's probably okay, but interestingly, because of that big incident from P2 back, Chris Wayne's the biggest mover out of that. He's up 7 spots, Gardner up 6, Zorek up 4, Lay up 3, and Sorowski up 5, with Devantia himself sitting at P2 up 4 positions. That really decimated the front end of this field, Corey.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. No qualms about it. The field is just absolutely crazy right now with how everything has panned out. But Hendrickson off to the races. He's growing this gap between himself and Devantia. It was 2.5 seconds before. It's now just about out to 3.3 seconds. So Tim's got places to be, and that is going to be the top step of the podium. But this battle between Devantia and Sorowski, I expect this to spice up before the end of the race. Right now, I expect these two to be playing very nicely with each other just so they can try and extend this gap between themselves and the big pack of skippies behind them, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. Sorowski now pulling out to take over the reins. Meanwhile, behind, there's plenty going on. Gardner looks to run the inside line, but Zorek driving around the outside at turn 3. Gets the job done around the outside of 3. Decent effort there from Zorek. Meanwhile, Lay licking his lips and potentially trying to get away. I tell you what, Zorek and Lay, they're almost like the Hendrickson and Perez. Wherever they're racing, they seem to be drawn together like magnets. But yeah, Mark Lay leading this one at this point in time, but expect there to be action there. And I'll just highlight Swarovski. Sitting in P2, took out. He started second last after not setting a time in the warm-up race. Went on to win it and cracked the 6K club from an I-rating perspective. I think this, the second time in recent memory. So coming into a race like this with that sort of milestone under your belt, you got a bit of nerves, but then he's just calmly picked his way through everything again. He's about to pick up another bag full of I-rating and maybe secure that 6K for a while.
I mean, one can only hope so, Alex, as, Vasco, generally one of the nicest guys out here on the track in the skippies, and he's not afraid to answer questions on how he's doing things around the track as well. And he's looking very comfortable there in P2 right now. It's about 0.4 of a second between himself and Devantia, but I reckon, as I said, Devantia's probably just taking it easy so these two can really pull away from Mark Lay. The gap is out to 3 seconds now, as Mark Lay being pressurized a little bit from Zorek, and behind them, the weaving snake is underway as Zorek goes for a really big dive bomb there, big brakes coming into turn 3, and he takes over that 4th position now, Alex.
Yeah, we were on board there with Zorek and then Lay to get through that one as the move was made. Zorek's made a couple of big moves at turn 3, which of course is the primary passing opportunity. You're at the end of the big front straight, I guess you'd call it. The longest straight into a heavy braking zone. And then of course you run up this big back straight. You're into turn 7, which is another passing opportunity, one of only a few on this course, but a little bit more sketchy with the big ripple strip there on the apex curbing. Not many touching that one. Oh, it's in the background. Who we lost? Herman. Herman slipping down the order now as he made a mistake going into that very corner. Let's go check out what happened to Herman. It looked like he just lost the rear, actually. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, rear just went in a bit hot. Rear went around on him. And, everyone manages to avoid. Good evasive skills. And life carries on as we know it. Meanwhile, back up the front, you've still got Swarovski leading out from Devantia. They did not use any sort of leapfrogging there to try and bridge any gaps, but managed to set the fastest time, Devantia in draft, but they did not bridge any of that gap. So there's still about 3.6 seconds off to the leader. Meanwhile, Zorek still got Lay, Gardner and Wayne in tow. Just dropping off the back a bit is Hazelworth. Still hanging on as Gardner sweeps back in underneath, just showing the nose, forcing Lay to take a tighter line. And oh no, he's hit the wall. Zorek's gone. He's absolutely clobbered the wall. He's lucky to have any drive. He's just mowing the lawns there at the minute, and he will hit the eject seat. Let's go and see. Where'd he go here? I reckon this is where it's happened. Let's see what happens here. Oh, no, just a bit before that, and he's just absolutely clobbered the wall. And Lay's lost his nose out of that as well. Those two, you couldn't separate them. It's like they're twins or something. Oh, look, I'm still on. Oh, Swarovski's. He just had a moment as well. Oh, both clown cars having troubles now. Let me just see what happened to Swarovski here. Oh, yeah, he's just clobbered the wall on the exit of 7 there, Corey. I'm just not sure if he's got the suspension damage or not. Hopefully, he's able to hang in there. He's still only half a second behind Devantia. Hopefully, he just chills down a bit and maybe hangs on to that podium that he's got safely under his wing.
Oh, we can hope so, Alex, because right now all these little mistakes are just going to keep adding up and multiplying. But it looks like Swarovski might be okay here, especially as long as he stays in the draft of Devantia. And we can only hope that he stays there because we don't want him to lose his 6K just yet. But Hendrickson now has put in the fastest lap of the race in clean air. a 42.851 all by himself, Alex.
Yeah, good time so far. They expect that to go a bit faster. Gardner now inheriting the lead of that tertiary pack there with Wayne and Hazelworth now benefiting as well. Garcia, we know he's got pace. Only car 13 in this one, up 6 spots. The Sleepy Cat in tow, if you don't mind. Peter Vandernoord sitting in, he's up 8 spots into 8th position inside the top 10. Behind him, you got Herman looking to do his thing. I don't think he picked up any damage from that spin, so, and I know he's got a lot of pace, so we might see him a bit further back up the field. Oh, poor old Mark Lay had nowhere to go. Managed to survive the first one. Oh, his nose is back on, so he might actually still have some pace. Oh, he must have gone through the pit. Yeah, he went through the pit, I think. Looking at that, yeah, he did. So he'll have the pace to go past Rig Trupp here, but how far up the field he'll get is yet to be determined. Adam Miles in front of him has done the fastest lap of the race. It looks like it too. Corey was in clean air with a 42.78 by the looks.
Yeah, the tires are definitely tumbling very quickly here as the fuel load is burning off and the tires are coming up to perfect temp. But we have a little bit of a battle here between Hazelworth and Wayne coming out of the final corner. Hazelworth just sneaking it past him and moving himself up into P5 now. And you don't see too many moves coming around the final corner there, especially since it's flat ever since you come out of turn 13. So good job there to get that move made as very defensive goes Neil Gardner into turn 3. He forces Hazelworth to look around the outside. I don't think Hazelworth was close enough to make the move there as they both drift out very wide coming out of that corner. And I love this little section of racetrack. It's third gear the whole way, Alex, and it's just balancing the brake and the gas all the way through until you get to that back straight.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Some opting for second through the run to get the drive out of turn 6 because it's such a long straight here up to turn 7, which is a potential passing opportunity. The secondary one here as opposed to turn 3, as we said before. Gardner now leading a string of skippies up that back straight. Comes through 7 okay. Bit of net code touch to the wall, even though you can see daylight between Gardner and the wall. Meanwhile, up front, Hendrickson's gone. He's well and truly just cruising now, setting fastest laps. Devantier now ahead of Swarovski, who's either just hanging on or just taking a chill pill after clobbering the wall of the exit of 7 the lap or so before. Gardner, as we said, leading a trio of chargers, trying to maintain their spot inside the top 5. We said Gardner was hanging on to SNL points in P12 where he started. He's up 8 spots into 4th now, Corey, and got a nice hatful of points to go with it if he hangs on.
Yeah, that's right. But Hazelworth, by the looks of things, is not going to be easy to keep behind. He's right up on the gearbox as they come out of turn 2. I lost them a little bit in the trees there, but the draft is coming as they go down into turn 3. Hazelworth ducks out. He's going to look for the outside move here, but how big are the brakes on Neil Gardner? They are huge brakes on the Neil Gardner car, but the over-under has happened and Hazelworth just couldn't get the nose up there. So that's going to be, at the moment, Gardner just maintaining position, but Hazelworth is going to make him work for it, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. Of course, they're not going to catch the guys up the road 8 seconds in Swarovski and Devantier. So the battle is going to continue up the back straight this time round with Hazelworth looking on the outside of Gardner. The outside of turn 7 is a fairly risky place to be. Side by side they go. Kisses the inside curbing, but the drive out of 7 there was great from Hazelworth. Leaves Gardner the outside at 8 through this in section now. Around the fountain they go. Down through this tight exit of the fountain section. Still side by side they are. Gardner now getting the run out by the looks as we see a puff of smoke in the background. Gardner, the over business. Oh, side by side, still they're going. Barely enough room for one Skippy, but he's got it done around the outside once again. Has Hazelworth. Massive great battle here. And look at all the cars lining up to have a crack at him now. This is a big battle pack as we start lap 9 of 14 here, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. That little bit of a battle slowed both of these two up immensely, especially going around that 12-13 complex. The two right-handers, you could actually tell that Gardner decided to get out of that just so they could get back to single file. Behind them, there is a battle going on as Herman gets up inside Garcia and decides, you know what, I'm going to go for Chris Wayne too. Gets up to his inside going through turn 3, couldn't pull it off the turn 4, in fact. I think he might have backed out of that and just sucked in behind. But this is where all the racing is going to be, I reckon, Alex, in this one little pack as these guys are battling over the 4th position.
Yeah, plenty of good battling. Herman on his way back after having the spin earlier in the race, of course. Now looking to make his move into that same corner with the tyres up to temperature and just gets it done clean on the run in. Just straight past Wayne. With much better drive out of the preceding corner, but we can see now Hazelworth and Gardner, a little bit of a gap, but that'll close up soon enough, no doubt. Sorowski's now got past Avantia and is back in front, and with a bit of margin. I'm going to see if I can spot that overtake, Corey, but big moves for Sorowski there as he's back in P2 with somewhat of a, what's he got there? A 3/4 of a second gap now, Corey.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm not sure when or how the move was made, but it seems the damage on Sorowski is minimal at best. And the gap between himself and Devantia has grown even more. So maybe Devantia has made a mistake somewhere, Alex, and he's picked up a little bit of suspension damage for himself.
Yeah, the move was made at turn 3, the corner they're going through at the moment. Sorowski really pushing the boundaries and the friendship with the track limits here such that they are. About one of only a couple of spots he can pick up a 1X, and he's doing everything he can to find it. I don't know if he's picked up damage before, but he's certainly sitting back a bit deeper, is Devantia. It's now about 8/10 nearly off the back of Sorowski, maybe trying to pick up the glorious fastest lap potentially, I don't know. Meanwhile, that currently sitting with Adam Miles with a 42.3 at this stage, similarly using all the track as he comes onto the back of Jason Willman. Even in P15 out of 21, Miles still looking to lose over 100 I-rating in this spot. The perils of being a 9K driver, eh, Corey?
Oh, that's exactly right. And that's why, just quietly, I'm very glad I'm not at that point. Oh, as a little bit of a mistake there for Gardner coming through turn 7. He got a little bit on the sideways movement, and that checked up Herman. There was contact between Gardner, Wayne, and Herman in a little exchange there. And this has allowed Hazelworth to start going away from these guys. It's 9/10 of a second as they're coming to the final corner. So this little battle is just spiced up a little bit here, Alex, as I go to turn 12. My apologies, because these guys are starting to get very aggressive.
Yeah, that's it. Saw a bit of the action through that fountain section, as you say. It's pretty tight through there, particularly in a big pack. They seem to they'll be able to collect themselves up, no doubt. You got Wayne and Herman chasing down Gardner in front, but Herman, probably the pace there. But Hazelworth proving a good foil here as Wayne sits to the far of driver's right. Gardner briefly looking to give him some draft, trying to perhaps defend from Herman or in advance of having to defend from Herman. Although on lap 11, we've only got 4 to go. They'd want to get a wriggle on if they're going to make stuff happen here, Corey.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Alex. And the same, too, goes for Sorowski and Devantia. With only the small amount of laps left, they're going to have to start fighting over who's going to finish in second here, as Devantia has closed that gap back up. It's right down to about 1.5 seconds at the moment, maybe fluctuating from there. But, you know, this second pack, you know, Gardner's gotten right back onto the back of Hazelworth. Chris Wayne went for the big move up into turn 7. I heard some crunching there. Didn't get to see it, and I think, there's death for Chris Wayne.
Yeah, look, that one, let's go have a look. I think this one was building for quite some time. They came into the to turn 7 behind. You see Gardner going through there just in front. Herman on the outside. Wayne's going to kiss the curb, and that might push him out a bit, potentially. No. Herman. Oh, they've just collected each other there. Don't know if that was net code or Herman was expecting Wayne to open up for the following corner. And then, yeah, big net code, but I'm not sure that there was necessarily the move there. Hard to say in the heat of the moment with so few laps to go. Everyone looking to make the move. That section of the track proving to be quite the eventful one. As side by side, our podiums drivers or potential podium drivers go through that second sector there. That lovely series of corners from 3 through 6 as they come up the back straight now with 2.5 to go. Devantier now forcing Swarovski to go defensive into turn 7. Swarovski will make Devantier go the long way round. These two drivers very familiar with driving with each other and get through it cleanly, unlike those behind them at several stages during this race. Hazelworth on debut doing a fantastic job. Gardner looking to get those points there for P5. Herman's had an eventful race, but he's managed to come out the front of it. Vandenoord, fantastic drive from the Sleepy Cat, up 9 positions now, the biggest mover in the field, only equalled by Verney, who's Garcia finds himself in a 9-place sandwich between the two biggest movers in the field of Vandenoord and Verney. Garcia sitting in the middle there, the car 13. Some great, no doubt, some very enjoyable drives in the mid-pack here after opportunities have been opening up, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And I like how you called Swarovski and Devantier potential podium getters, knowing how dangerous this track can be and how one tiny mistake can absolutely explode everything. But, I want to give a quick shout out here to Hazelworth. He's cleared Gardner by 7/10 of a second. Gardner running his own little race there. He is still in draft, but he just doesn't quite have the pace, it seems, that Hazelworth has. And he's up there in P4 and just absolutely loving life right now with just a couple of laps to go, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, mate. We saw the move from, was it Garcia on Verney there into turn 3, which, of course, is the best place to get it done on this one. Swarovski now still leading with 1.5 to go up the back straight, this time not having to defend. Meanwhile, Hendrickson's just set the fastest lap with a 42.1. Not likely to be beaten. It's certainly in clear air. It's about as quick as they go around here undrafted, the 42.1 mark. I don't know if I've seen any 41s this week, but certainly not without draft. Hazelworth now has Captain 499 big in his mirrors as they prepare to throw it all at the last lap. Steph Herman now got a nice clear gap. The Sleepy Cat being chased down by Garcia and Verney, the locked-on lad, really taking it to the Iberian Juan Ramon Belo Garcia as they look to wind down this one. Hambly, there's all these cars they're strung out. Palatman making his way back through the field. Wayne Miles certainly on a charge back into 13th. He'll be looking to get at least one position, although Palatman and he coming together like they did in the first lap might not be a thing as well. Anyway, let's see how we go. We've got Swarovski and Devantier now into the crucial point. Overtaking now. Outside goes Swarovski, inside goes Devantier. That'll give him the inside to 4. Is it enough? Does he get clear? Will Swarovski come back at him? No, he gives it up. Now, very difficult for Swarovski to come back. He's only got the turn 7 braking zone to get it done. How does he set up the exit now of 6? They look pretty equivalent. Could be tough for Swarovski from there. Gardner's got through at 3 by the looks. He's now ahead of Hazelworth. Hazelworth will come back at him, surely. Now, Devantier forces Swarovski to go the outside. He'll go the long way round at 7. Gives up the corner. That'll be now Devantier's position to lose. Now, Gardner and Hazelworth. Hazelworth equally having to go the long way around. Gardner up the inside. Hazelworth's done it before, but not this time. Gardner holds him off, but it'll be Hendrickson coming through the last few corners now, looking to take out Another victory and probably another championship with it. Full points for Hendrickson. Pole and a victory. Full book for the blue and orange mobile. Davantia looking to hold out in the final stages against Swarovski. Gets it done. ANZ drivers on the podium. 4th, 2 for Gardner. 2-3-4 for the ANZ crew here tonight. Beautiful drive from Hazelworth. Showed good pace and good skill to round out the top 5 there, Corey.
Yeah, I'm very proud with the way Hazelworth was able to drive out there. It was an excellent run. We've got Herman there in 5th as well. Peter Vandernoord, the Sleepy Cat, will come home in P7. But yeah, I kind of put the commentator's curse on Hazelwood there a little bit. Just after I finished singing his praises, he got loose coming through the exit of turn 5, and that allowed Neil to close the gap right in on him when you caught back up with him again. But what a great race. It had everything. It had drama. It had an early incident. Had people charging their way through the field. And Adam Miles somehow, after being involved in that first incident, has managed to finish in the points in P11, Alex.
Yeah, he's done all right. Mr. Miles halved his I rating losses too by the looks, only about 67, losing 67 for P11. That's rough. Anyway, that's about what it is. Fraser Smith still getting around, crossing the line. I don't know if he'll keep rocking up to see us on his cameo visits if this keeps happening. Zorek, similarly, another 83. Bye-bye 5K. A little bit further for him to try and get it back for the next time round. Anyway, that's the end of the driving. At least let's check out our results. Hendrickson for Team Torpedo takes out a comfortable victory there in the end. Had the 42-1. I want to say that was the best lap, certainly the best undrafted that we saw. Sam Devantier held off the head clown. The Cowboy beat the Clown for P2 and P3 respectively. Captain 499 for Generally Stupid and Slow finished in 4th ahead of Alexander Hazelworth, the US driver on debut, putting on a great performance. Steph Herman has had an adventurous race, to say the least. He's finished in 6th. Peter Vandernoord, the Sleepy Cat, down there in 7th. Great result for him. Juan Ramon Belo Garcia has finished in 8th. Nathan Verney for Locked On Lads Racing in P9. Running out the top 10, Philip Hambley from ANZ. Good result for him. Adam Miles, as you say, fought all the way back to P11 after the early incident, with his sparring partner tonight, Samson Palatman, finishing in 12th, rounding out the point scoring positions. Chris Wayne for Gone Skip and Racing has finished in 13th, just ahead of Tom Payne from UK and I in 14th. 15th tonight, stalwart of the Skippy community here, Jason Willman. He's down there in 15th, ahead of the other clown in the field for Team Clowns, Mark Lay. Brendan McDonough from ANZ there in 17th. Jorgen Riegtrup, not quite the points haul that he got in the previous one. He's down there in 18th. 19th finishing tonight was Fraser Smith from UK and I. Wish we could have brought him a better result on his return to the series. Jerne Zorek for Right Foot Breakers after peaking a few weeks ago, just having a bit of a bumpy ride down there in 20th. And David Whitehouse, the UK and I debutant there, one lap down in 21st, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And as I said, this race just had a little bit of everything out there for us here tonight. We had big drama, we had some excellent racing, and some awesome overtaking maneuvers. And we even ended there with a very dominant victory for what I think, if my calculations are correct, my mental calculations, the new champion once more of Mr. Hendrickson.
Yeah, I'll have to do the things and get the scoring done, but I think you might be right. Just resting the trophy from the clutches of one Neil Gardner, who's held onto it for most of the season, pending drop rounds, of course. But let's bring up our race winner then, Mr. Tim Hendrickson. Tim, pretty quiet night out there at the office, I would say, given all things considered, after she opened up behind you pretty early.
That was the exact opposite of what I expected this race to be, if I'm honest. I mean, the warm-up race was carnage. The whole field was wiped out. So I thought, well, SNL, people knew what happened in the warm up. This will be a bit more quiet, bit more racy, fair racy. But yeah, didn't happen. Had a very quiet hot lapping session.
Yeah, that's it, mate. But the results are in, and well, the results of this one is certainly contributing. I'll have to do the points, mate, but it looked like might be championship number 2, another one to just stick in the kit bag and take off with you back to the motherland, mate.
I did some very quick maths, very quick, and from what I could see, Neil would have to get basically a win and a pole for him to make any sort of chance. So yeah, I'm not celebrating yet because you never know with the points. I might have not seen something, but yeah, I'm very happy with the result.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, well, I'll do the maths things and we'll make sure it's all above board. And then, as we see the incident behind, very early stages for that sort of stuff. And then it's all carnage in the mirrors as we see you drive off into the sunset. But yeah, look, still stuff. Sorry.
Last I checked, because I had a look in a mirror and I saw Adam going sideways, but with the angle he was on, I was like, oh, okay, he's going to save that. They're going to be, about a second or so. Next time I actually looked in my mirror was heading onto the straight and I saw absolutely nothing.
That's it, mate. Yeah, unfortunate one early on, but, luck's a fortune and away you run. But, yeah, that's it, mate. Hopefully something to play for next week for Neil if the points are on offer, although it'd be quite interesting to see him take probably his first pole, his first win, and certainly the championship if that's still on offer, mate. But congratulations, top drive out there tonight, mate. I hope that you got some level of enjoyment out of it, given that would have been pretty quiet. But anybody like to say good day to, thank, or give a shout out to tonight?
Well, I mean, everyone, of course, for turning up. Team Torpedo for not turning up. I thought I was hopeful Ant would show up this week, but hey ho. Yeah. That's it.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
No worries, mate. Well, hopefully we'll get to see you out there again soon, either in the final round at Scuba or early on in the next season. But otherwise, mate, great to see you as always. Look forward to seeing you again next time.
Cheers, lads. Thank you. Bye.
There you go, Corey. Tim Hendrickson had pretty much all his own way tonight.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as that crash happened, he just, as you said, drove away into the sunset, and he had a 14-lap hot lapping session. But it's great to have Tim, as one of our consistent visitors on the Sunday night. And my apologies. Whenever he's on track, he always, provides his own little bit of excitement. And whether that's intense battling or whether it's him putting in the fastest lap in absolute clean air, then it's always interesting to watch him and just watch the way that he drives around these race circuits.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Now, let's grab one Vasco Swarovski, who's grabbed another podium here tonight. Had a couple of good races here tonight, mate. Cracked the 6K. Grabbed probably over 100 I rating for your troubles as well, and a win and a podium in the big one, mate. That's not a bad night out of the races.
Oh, evening, guys. Yeah, normally when we get to 6K, we go straight back again. So I don't know how we kept it for 2 races in a row this time. Yeah, that was interesting. The warm-up was interesting. Oh, as people saw, I think, the whole field crashed in front of me, and I ended up getting a 4X and driving through, and this was pretty much the same. Quali wasn't great. We haven't done much, but it was a few good laps with Sam in there, and I think about mid-race I clobbered the wall pretty good. It was enough to, I don't know, shake me up, wake me up, one of the two. And then towards the end, I think I just outdumbed myself. I had a bit of a plan, and it was just, before you know it, you open your eyes and I'm like, oh no, Sam's 0.4 ahead. That wasn't what it was supposed to be. Yeah. So, but anyway, it was good fun, and Sam's good. He's a very, mate, he's the Wile E. Coyote of iRacing, I reckon. He sits there and he hounds you in a nice way, but he makes sure he fills your mirrors all the way along. And yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good fun. Unfortunately, not fast enough for a win, but Tim left everyone for dead in that, so mate, I'll take it. And like I said, as much as Sam annoys me, it was good fun. It was definitely.
That's it, mate. So again, I was just saying to Tim, when I get the points done, there's another good bag full of points there for you, which really puts together a strong season. So hopefully feeling good about that as much as you were in the drive tonight. I know it's not a win yet, mate, but the solid performance here is certainly building into something, yeah?
Oh, it's nothing, mate. And I think someone once told me, you got to actually, do a few laps and do a few races to understand where it's actually happening. So we were, going side by side with Sam there. The race before was the first one of the week sort of thing. And because I got to run around on my own, it was like, oh, what's it actually like to break next to someone here? So, but yeah, Sam worked it out. Like I said before, he's quite a smart racer, and he worked it out on the back straight the first time. He realised what he did wrong, and then I knew it was always going to happen again. But yeah, no, it was good fun, definitely.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. Another podium. There's quite a handful of those this season, so it's all coming up pretty well. Who knows? Building into the big win at some stage soon, hopefully, for your good self. But congratulations again, mate. Anyone like to say good day to or give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Oh, you, Corey, always for putting it on. All the other races for coming out, mate, and I mean all of them that were there for this. It's always good to see people show up for it. And obviously Team Clowns. And, mate, sad to see my clown teammate had a bit of a misfortune. I was watching the timing and Mark was there behind, and I thought, you'll have a good run in this one. And yeah, clown things, I guess. So, yeah.
That's it. Hopefully his luck will turn around as good as yours has been lately. He's been having a rough trot, but hopefully you can share. I don't know. Hopefully it's not a one or other thing. You can both get a bit at some point too. So
We'll work on it, definitely.
yeah, that's it, mate. All right, mate. Look, good to see you out there. Look forward to talking again soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Corey, Vasco Swarovski, after another podium here, he's racking them up this season.
Oh yeah, he is, and he's been putting in the laps. He didn't do it for this week, but he has been putting in laps. He's been putting in the time. He's been improving himself so much, and the proof is in the pudding. He's gotten himself over 6K with a couple of really good results here tonight, and it's just so awesome to see where Vasco had come from when he first started appearing here in the top split, all the way up until now. Just how much improvement he's had as a driver. I don't think we could talk this highly about him when we first started seeing him appearing, but the transformation into the racer that he has become is just leaps and bounds, so much better. And give him a couple more seasons fighting for race wins every single week, and we will probably get him to be crowned as the champion one of these years.
Yeah, he's hoping. But yeah, credit to Vasco, as you say. I think, as they say, the rising tide lifts all boats. So, as Vasco himself said, we really do appreciate people turning up each and every week and giving drivers like Vasco the opportunity to test themselves, to aspire to move forward in these tough fields, get the racing in and improve all the way. So, yeah, well done. All right, Corey, that'll do us for tonight. Anyone, you want to let the folks at home know what you got coming up this week?
So on Tuesday, I'll be racing in the Echo Dirt Series presented by Output. And next week, once I find the right button to press, we are going to be going to Eldora. So it'll be an exciting race there at Eldora in the 360 sprint cars. On Wednesday, it is the start of the playoffs for the Output Racing League, and I'll be streaming that on my broadcast channel, twitch.tv / Aussie_sim_commentator. On Friday, it is the Reverb series, and we've started running the street stocks for that one for this season, and I'll be going to Martinsville, which will be a bit of shenanigans. And then Saturday, weather pending, I'll be going to the grand final race for the Outlaw Karts for season 23-24. And that'll be live streamed to the Speedway Memes Facebook page. And then back again with you next week, Alex, as we take on the final round of season 34 from Tsukuba.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Scuba next week. Free track, of course. Hopefully we get a few folks showing up to finish off the season strongly. But otherwise, folks, thank you as always to everyone who joins us both on the track and off. It is your support that keeps us coming back each and every week. I'll hit the right button this time. There we go. Go check us out on the Discord where all the news, views, and SNL things are. The Top Split YouTube is where you find the race replay for this and all the other 34 seasons of Sunday and Monday Night Lights. And, of course, we do actually simulcast, I should say, in 1440p on YouTube. But, of course, next week we will be back on the sacred home of Sunday Night Lights here on Top Split TV. But for now, folks, and on behalf of the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, I'm Alex McKellar. Thank you all for joining us, and I will say ciao for